It's going to be classic Robot Wars, the Chopper versus the Flipper, Firestorm versus X-terminator. Who will win?
Daft question. We will.
It's not a daft question, because sometimes I ask people and they always say the other robot.
Nah, it'll be close.
Can you beat Firestorm?
I'd say out of all the seeded robots, it's probably the worst one we would want to fight. Good for
Are you worried about them? Is it a good draw, bad draw?
Well, I haven't seen the axe working, so we should be alright. We've been up against Dominator before. We're a lot thicker now than we were.
But they can presumably self-right.
So they say.
Doesn't always work like that, does it?
Not always, no.
Get them up against the grinder or the growler. That's what we like to see.
Thanks for the pep. Now, the general feeling out here is that this fight really could go either way. But there's one man who knows better than anybody. And Philip has joined JP for the SP.
So, X-terminator against Firestorm, the number 3 seeds, and flipping ferocious say aye. Philip has joined us from the pits. Now, we know X-terminator's had a bit of a problem, hasn't it, with the axe earlier on. Do they all help? Yeah, all help each other out down there in the pits?
They're really nice. It's part of the problem when you're trying to do a programme where you're pitting one robot team against another robot team. And then they go, oh, but we really like him. They live not far from us. We get together at school fetes and swap parts. You go, well, actually, can't you be a bit more aggressive than that?
And what about the Firestorm people? Because they've appeared very cool. How hungry are they for this?
Well, Hazel's very quiet, doesn't ever say much, but is very, very nice, but she never wants to be on telly. It's quite funny. And then Graham is very cool. You very rarely see even a bead of sweat, you know, even in the most difficult fights. He's a fantastic driver. Firestorm this year could go all the way, I think, because it's just zipping around like nobody's business. But they're seeded 3 now. They need really to be 3rd again, if not 1st.
You going to go for Firestorm in this?
I don't know that it will get all the way, but I think it stands a really good chance.
I'm going to go for Firestorm.
2 robots. Only one can go through. This is Robogeddon. This is the Heat Final!
Roboteers, stand by.
Hazel, you're on the telly. Everyone's watching. There with Graham on the Firestorm machine. And X-terminator, Marlon Pritchard, Simon Baldwin there at the controls. Marlon looks very confident, pumping up the crowd. In the arena for the house robots. Shunt with the bulldozer blade, and the fighting axe, and Matilda with the flywheel and those formidable tusks. Terrifying.
3, 2, 1.
Winner of this goes through to the series semi-finals. Firestorm been there before, finished 3rd in the last series, twice a grand finalist. All a little bit edgy. Pit release button activated early by X-terminator. Perhaps they feel they have to get in an early thrust or 2. The longer it goes, so Firestorm would be favoured. Firestorm trying to get the flipper in underneath. X-terminator having the problems with the axe, making it work, making it powerful and penetrating. They've relied on the bulldozer scoop at the front of their essentially wedge-shaped machine as well. It's a bulkier wedge. X-terminator and Firestorm both weighing in at 100 kilos. Firestorm in underneath. Goodness me, that was close. And Simon Baldwin knew it. Now, X-terminator is tumbled and rumbled. And look at this, the power and pace of the attack by Firestorm in underneath. Great timing of the flipper. X-terminator rolled to the arena side wall. Well, he looks so cool, doesn't he, Graham Bowman? That was masterful driving, because without the axe working, I don't think X-terminator can self-right. The ref bot can't remove them from the side wall because they're not impaled accidentally there. They were driven on by an opponent. They've got 30 seconds to self-right, otherwise they're out. And Firestorm will be through. Oh, Firestorm, get away from Shunt. That wasn't too clever, Graham, but oh, was it? Look at that, they're taking on Shunt. Up comes the flipper of Firestorm. A hydraulic flipper. Not only are they trying to beat X-terminator, they're trying to thrust Shunt out of the arena, I think, and that's no mean feat. Shunt overturned. The crowd love it when the house robots are flipped and tipped and beaten and bullied, and we remember it. We'll have our day! We will have our day! Firestorm, the house robots team. Well, we presume X-terminator are going to be counted out any second now because that's what you can see on the ref bot. And Shunt is trying to gain some measure of revenge, but Firestorm 4, the third seed, massively impressive. X-terminator counted out. Firestorm 4 through to the series semi-finals. Well done.
What a battle! X-terminator! Exterminated! Firestorm through to the series semi-finals! Oh, lads. I know you're wearing sunglasses because you don't want people to see grown men crying on television, aren't you? It all went wrong from the start, really.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? We knew we had to keep him in front of us because as soon as he got onto the side, we were over and out of it. And that's what our plan was, open the pit and just try and get him in the pit as soon as possible. But And then we got stuck down the bottom end here and couldn't say off right.
You guys were so cocky and confident back. I kind of started believing that you could pull this off.
Yeah, we talk it up well. Didn't work though.
Well, I'm trying to fool ourselves we could win.
They are the third seeds.
Yeah, very good.
They were in the final of the fifth wars. They're a fine robot.
The one seed we didn't want to meet actually. We'd have a go at the rest, but not a good one to take on.
Look at the draw, really, isn't it? You'll be back, though, won't you?
Back next year.
Bigger, better, even more learned. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Exterminator! You've got a death wish here, haven't you?
Well, you've got to have a go, haven't you?
Well, I mean, I don't mind you ripping an exterminator apart, but then you don't have a go at Shunt.
Well, he was either going to attack him with Axe or knock him back off the side, and I didn't want either then, so...
You were quite happy that he was out of the game. But your robot seems to go forever. I mean, it easily goes on and on and on, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a good robot, yeah.
All right, then. Let's see if you go all the way. All the eyes are on you. Ladies and gentlemen, the third seed, Firestorm! Well, it's off to the garage and the electrical stores to try and repair the damage from Robot Wars. Bye-bye.